Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down, the lifestyle channel where we as enthusiasts aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. Today, as always, I got a vibe for you guys. This day just sitting and relaxing outside. And as always, we have a vibe on this channel where we're just talking indiscriminately about fragrances, cigars, and wines. And so today I figured I would get out here and see what it was like to just do an outside video once again. So I hope you guys feel this vibe. I'm going to be sipping on a new Vouvray. I'm a big fan of the Vouvray grape. This one here is Rue Perle or Rue de Perle, which is a Grand Vin France wine. This is a 2023 vintage, and Vouvray is a very crisp white wine that is perfect for summer days, summer heat. It's about 91 degrees out here today, so this is a perfect wine of choice. This particular wine, this is my first time actually having this one. So my palate is not used to the taste profile yet, but I'm going to tell you what I get from it, what I get from the nose, what I actually get from the actual taste profile of it, the acidity, what I get, and the mouthfeel. Off the top, you get from this particular wine a very crisp grapefruit note, tropical fruits, apple accord, very crisp apple note, green apple note. You get somewhat of a quince, somewhat of a stone fruit like peach. You get a little bit of a pear in this one. If you guys are curious, I'm wearing my Jacques Marie Mage. These are my Fitzgerald Jacques Marie Mage, a very limited edition Jacques Marie Mage. I think these are 200 or 150 made for this one. Yep, this is number 18 out of 150. This is a gray marble, gold marble, and blue marble with a clear under ridge for the frame lens, which is yellow. Very cool frame. The Fitzgerald is named after the President JFK. Still on the nose with a little oxygen to it. I'm getting still the same stone fruits, apple. I'm not getting anything like a vineyard or vine or earthy smell from it. Immediately, very refreshing wine. Very, very refreshing wine. I've had it in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes to an hour and let it chill. And I mean, this is very, very nice on the palate. If you are used to like a Vouvray, or it's very much so a classic taste of meeting the Chardonnays right where Pinot Grigio will stop off. So it's a crisp white wine that has the taste of a Pinot Grigio, just surfacing that oily taste of the Chardonnay, but not having the oil consistency from that oak that Chardonnays are usually aged in. On the tongue, like I said, very refreshing. The taste profile is quick finishing, very, very, very low acidity, high citrus pop. The tannins are not there. I would expect it to have a little bit more acidity on this one from the grapefruit and grapefruit rind, how that comes off on the nose. But the acidity is very quick. The palate very much so washes the taste profile across the tongue. And in the mouthfeel, there are no tannins at all. The acidity does stick around on the taste buds a bit, but the finish is very quick, very refreshing tasting. Sweet, non-acidic, I would say just something of, for a $25 wine, this is something I would very much so have stocked in the refrigerator for evenings where I want to have company and have something just delightful to taste, delightful to have, and just share in a great tasting wine that tastes, very good. I would say the most abundant taste on this one is the grapefruit and peach is in this one that I smell and taste profile wise. The nose is still fine. I do smell at this point a little bit of a bran, almost like a weeded bran that you would smell in some of the coastal France coastal white wines, very much so accommodating to the tongue. I like this one, man. This is, like I said, like a $20-25 wine. It is La Perle, or Rue de Perle Vouvray wine out of France. If I can see what the actual content of the alcohol is on this one. This is 11.5% alcohol, which is a pretty substantial amount of alcohol for a white wine. I'm trying to see the actual Vouvray. So the appellation Vouvray Contrôlé. I'm not sure if that's the actual region. The appellation usually will talk about the region. I'm not the most read in on the appellations and the regions of France as much as I am California wines and things like that. But the appellation seem to be where this one is from, and that is Vouvray Contrôlé, Grand Vineyard. I mean, it's a great wine. I ain't gonna lie. I'm enjoying this one very much so. I would pick and choose this over many that I've had this summer so far. So that is Rue de Perle Vouvray. If you are into Vouvray, Chenin Blancs, like I said, Pinot Grigios, even Moscatos, this would be something that you would love to have in your actual refrigerator or wine cabinet. What else I got here? What did I wear today? I think I brought out some cologne, some perfume for you guys. I did actually. Today we are wearing the actual scent of, let me see if I can set that down. We're going to wear the scent today, and have been wearing the scent today, of the Christian Dior Privé lines Bois d'Argent. This is a vintage bottle for me. This bottle I've had in my collection for about 10 years now, and it is a phenomenal wearing iris and warm wood fragrance. It's cooling, but it has this warm touch to it, very much so. It's one that the Bois d'Argent, meaning silver woods, it's very much so in that iris tonality that just brings about a rooty feel, a rooty take of woods, and that high floral content of iris/orris. It's one that just, it's a vintage ease to it. It's one that you will wear in this type of outfit. I have on a what is this? What's the fabric called? Polo seersucker and linen shorts, and it just fits well with this one. This type of outfit, just a laid-back day, lazy day. Bois d'Argent is a very much so classic fragrance for this type of environment, this type of situation where you just want to relax and feel at ease while still being polished and elegant. That's exactly what it is. Relaxed, leisure, elegance. And it smells wonderful, man. Like I said, this is a vintage bottle, so it has macerated and matured a lot more than the newer batches. I am eager to see what the new batch of the elixir that they've made come out for Bois d'Argent smells like. I know that they made that, and it might be introduced already into the market. I'm not certain, but I do know that Kirk John actually did the parfum version that just came out in the last few weeks or months or so. So I'm eager to see that. But right now, Bois d'Argent, Rue de Perle are my enjoyment for the evening. I'm also going to sit back and, I have talked to you guys so much about the cigars that I love. Today I'm going to do, if I can find my lighter. I'm not even sure what I did with the lighter and my cutter. I may be sitting on, I am. So my lighter and my cutter are from Cigar. And today I'm going to smoke a Monticello from the brand Oliva. If you guys know about the Monticello, Monticello is where Thomas Jefferson had his home, his plantation, and Oliva did a reserve limited edition cigar dedicated to Monticello, which, I have my reservations about Monticello, but the actual cigar is a wonderful tasting. It's almost, I will give it this, some of these cigars in this actual 20 cigar box have been different tasting, and I've griped about that somewhat with Oliva, because Oliva, they are usually a standard bearer of representing something of a taste profile when they blend the cigar. Now for me, some of these have been really, really sweet, and some of these have been actually really dark and acidic in tasting. So I don't know if it's where they were aged, how they were aged, or how I stored them myself, which is naturally in my own humidor where I store everything. But some have just tasted so bland and so acidic to me, and then some have just come off just perfectly sweet. It may be the meal, it may be my palate that day, but I have not had a great consistency with these cigars as I would like to. But overall, if I was to grade this particular cigar from Oliva, I would give it, it wouldn't be up there with the Oliva V. It would be just under the Oliva V, and I think I would give it like an 87, 86 in that range as far as taste profile. Smoke production, the actual delivery of the first, second, and final third of the cigar are something that changes. You get a raisin feel, you get a hay feel, you get a very dark plum, you get a little bit of cinnamon spice and pepper spice, and that is what you get in the first two thirds. The second third, going into the final third of these particular cigars, is where I tend to have my problems, and it might be from a heat situation where I'm smoking them too fast or sometimes slower, but overall I would say this is an 86 point cigar. Like this one here, letting it toast and then sit and then just do a little smoldering touch to give it a little bit of a breathing. Right off the bat, it's one of the ones that I can taste that it is that very, very high, almost like a too much pepper is in some of them, the way they've set. And then immediately some have a very sweet cinnamon tonality, then some have that just a black pepper taste profile to them when you smoke them. And this, of course, is one of the ones. Now, it's not a flavor that I don't dislike. I just dislike the consistency, because I do like, especially in the fall time, having a cigar that has a lot of pepper intake. It's one of those calling cards for fall for me, just like in perfumery, where I like my heavy ouds and my cinnamons and my ambers. In the fall, I like a very heavy, robust cigar. In the summertime, I like them to be a little bit less in that profile. And so it's tricky to pick one of these up, to have that profile of something like a, kind of like, I would say, a Nicaraguan at first, and then it turns into, or a Cameroon in that range, where it's mellow and smooth with some of them. And then you'll have this where it's that very deep, dark, rich Dominican, or even a Mexican San Andreas type for me, where those are just a little bit spicier for me. Not as much as the robust they are spicy, but it's a good cigar so far. The finish is very, very long on these. The tongue, the taste profile, the mouthfeel, it billows with smoke. It's one that, if you are trying to escape a heavy nicotine rush, I would not advise these, because these are one of the more bolder cigars when it comes to the nicotine rush that you get. On the tongue, you get a slight sweetness, but it's more about the peppery spice, especially in this first third. Beautiful jazz playing in the background, fellas. The Vouvray is chilled. The fragrance is Bois d'Argent from the house of Christian Dior. It's a beautiful Sunday. Scent, cigars, and wines, gentlemen. The things that we love, the things that we have in our lives. I won't wax poetic about what life is, but if you're having challenges, man, remember that you've been challenged before. Remember that you can come from that challenge. Remember that these challenges can be building blocks, like many of us have challenges in our lives. These lives that we lead are not always peachy keen. They are always not successful in our endeavors. But if we strive and we continue to play the game, we more than likely most times will win. All you fathers, all you mothers that have children, continue to bless your babies with your knowledge, with your excellence, with your experiences. That's one thing I love to do, is teach these babies, talk to these babies about what it is to have experience in life and to prepare them for their next levels in life, and just have fun with them, talk to them, give them your knowledge and your wisdom. So continue to do that, fellas and ladies. With this one now, I'm continuing to get the pepper spice, but it's mellowing down to that robust plum to raisin type of feel, almost like a very deep cacao taste is in there as well. A very, very deep, dark 90% cacao. Nothing sweet in that totality. It's that deep richness that you'll get from cacao. Bois d'Argent, smooth, just elegant and smooth. This is something that just penetrates the nostrils. It comes off so elegant, so smooth. On the skin, like I said, that iris really, really envelops you. It's delightful to wear and present yourself, especially for an evening dinner. And I like to say about the alfresco dinners, I don't know if you many have discovered what alfresco dinner, but it's just basically when you dine outside, it's called alfresco. And when you're in environments like this, and you're in porches and patios and outdoor dining, and you have on a fragrance like this that just carries, because it has that amount of projection to it. If you put on 6 to 7 sprays of this particular scent, it has projection of about 3 feet, and it has a beautiful sillage to this one that people around you will just be enjoying, because it's not something heavy. It's something that, like I stated, that iris note is the most abundant about this one. The woods, there's no citruses really that prevail in this one. It's like a little bit of a musk to this one as well. But it's one of Dior's finest. One of Dior's finest, man. Especially for gentlemen. Bois d'Argent, man. It's silvery, iris, and woods, and it just smells phenomenal. And I love it. I love to refresh this fragrance as well throughout the day. When I put it on at first in the evening, if I'm going out, I won't refresh, of course, because it's evening time. But if I put it on the daytime around 1 p.m. or sooner, throughout the evening, 6 hours in, I'll refresh it, because the opening is so well developing. But it also is not something that discontinues the scent. You can still, if you spray it on your wrist points and your pulse points, you can spray this fragrance in another position, and you will get that delight of the opening while still having that dry down that is just prevailing and beautiful. And it's just a great scent, man. This is, like I said, one of the classics in perfumery from Christian Dior. It's a house, and it's just a phenomenal scent for men to wear this particular scent, Bois d'Argent. The Vouvray still tastes good. It's a delightful night, fellas. A delightful night. I don't know if many of you guys have picked up on me doing the scent, cigars, and wines as a combination. I call these the Compendium Series because it involves all 3 of the actual events and things that I love to do in this particular channel. I haven't done a Compendium Series in so long because YouTube has done a lot with cigar content and a lot with actually shadow banning cigar content, which they do sometimes, and I can't knock them for that. They don't want to promote cigar smoking and cigarette smoking to the youth. So it is what it is. They don't hide that. They tell you up front that it's something you can't really portray in your videos, and so I respect that. And so smoking a lot, you won't see me doing a lot, but this video here, I felt compelled to come out and just talk to you guys and just smoke my cigar. And be as it is, we're enjoying the Monticello, Vouvray, and Bois d'Argent. What is going into now is that actual content of going back to the pepper spice. I mean, phenomenal. The taste profile, this one here, I would prefer likely to drink a semi-robust red wine. Maybe a Merlot. I wouldn't go as far as like drinking a cab with this one in the summertime, but a Merlot with this one, or maybe a Meiomi. That's a delightful wine to drink in the summertime. A lot of raspberry taste will go well with this one. A lot of Blueberry would go well with this one. I don't think the very dark, like claret style of wine would go with this one very much so well in the summertime, especially this heat of 95 degrees in the evening. But this white wine is doing this justice. It's a beautiful day, fellas. In the background, I have my Spotify list. There's a piano playlist for jazz. It has all the greats inside of it. A lot of Japanese pianists. It has a lot of Ryo Fukini, who's a Japanese jazz musician. It has, I believe this is either Apple. It may be Spotify. I believe this is an Apple one that I'm playing in the background. So the ambiance is just wonderful right now. The breeze is coming through left to right, east to west. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just some simple content to get this out information to you guys and have some fun with these conversations with you guys. Let me know if you guys enjoy Vouvray wines. I'd love to hear your respective comments and perspective on what it is and what your favorite white wine is. I'm a very big fan of Pinot Grigio, Chardonnays, Chenin Blancs, and Vouvray wines. I like Moscato a little bit when it's a chill day, when it's having fun or a party. So Moscato's Diastis are very much so welcome in my palate. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them, guys. If you're a cigar smoker, let me know what you're smoking new. I've got a great cigar cellar. A lot of ones I'm aging right now, so I'm looking for new cigars to pick up to have in my palate to see what they're smoking like. So if you have some suggestions about some new ones, I'm very much so enjoying what Perdomo is doing right now. I'm enjoying what L'Aurore 101 is doing right now. That cigar is very much so one of my favorites, L'Aurore. Who else am I enjoying right now as far as cigars? I haven't picked up a Liga Privada in a long time. Those are one of my favorites, but I haven't picked up one in a long time. And I haven't picked up a Padron in a long time, so I may pick up one of those and see what they're doing. I do have a few Davidoffs that I have procured that I'm aging right now, so that's in my list to smoke and get some content out for you guys for. But right now, let me know what you guys are smoking. Anything new, any knuckleheads or any Camachos or anything like that that are a quick go pick up and smoke and see how their taste profile is. Let me know. And especially with the fragrances, fellas. Let me know what you guys are wearing. With these fragrances, man, you know how much I love these perfumes, how they make me feel, how they uplift me, how they are carrying the day in a lot of ways to make me feel good, how they just come across. Scent, cigars, and wines. That's what this channel is about. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, help me out with the algorithm. Give it a thumbs up. Like and subscribe. If you want more content like this, the Compendium selection, which is scent, cigars, and wines in one rotation, I'm more than willing to give this, guys, to you because that's what the channel is built on. It was built on a platform of leisure lifestyle living, masculine lifestyle living, just to be a real, actually a magazine and a curation of things like that. So if you want to see more content like this or more content based around the three in total, just a representation, I love to do in-depth reviews on this stuff. This was just a quick impromptu, so I will have better information in my studied content, but this was just a quick impromptu to just come out and talk to you guys. So a lot of it was just about what I was wearing today, what I wanted to smoke today, and what I actually picked up to drink today. All my friends, all my family, what's up to my guys? I know who's going to watch this. I know who's going to pick up on this. You my guys, man, always and forever. One love, 100 to you gentlemen who always represent and watch these videos. I would not be doing this without you guys. You guys are some of the best fellas in the world when it comes to the conversations that we have, the conversations that you guys leave. I love it. I love to read it. I love to get back with you guys. So continue to do so. I see every single comment that you guys leave on these videos, and I appreciate that. To all you new guys who are subscribing, thank you for helping me get into the close to 10,000 mark. This is going to be a 10,000 mark channel, 20,000 mark channel, 30,000 mark channel. We need to just get the information out to people, let them see the videos and how they're curated and how they're constructed. And I'm sure everybody who's rooting for me to get to 10 and 20, 30,000, this videos and these content will get us there. I'll continue, you guys know, I'll continue to start working with some brands and get conversations going with brands to give deals to you guys with the fragrances and cigars and wines. These people, once you get this high, they do reach out. I'm not going to let people come in and change what my channel is about, so you're going to know who I am sponsored by or who talks to me as far as marketing. That's one thing about YouTube. It's a business, and I know that you guys know that, so there's nothing to hide with that. If they give me something, I'm going to let you know that they gave it to me. But if it's good, I'm going to let you know if it's good. If it's bad, I'm going to let you know if it's bad, and go from there. This has been a wonderful experience, guys. Been a long time since I talked to you like this impromptu. But like I said, scent, Bois d'Argent, cigar, the Oliva Monticello, and my wine has been the Rue de Perle Vouvray 2023 vintage. The appellation or region has been the appellation of Vouvray Contrôlé. This is 11.5% wine by volume, and it is a crisp tasting stone fruit and apple peach wine that just tastes phenomenal, crisp on the tongue, the palate. It just washes down very, very nicely. Until next time, you guys have a blessed day. Remember, collecting is legacy, scent is memory, and we here at the Dry Down are curating the very best of cultures in YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.